Okay. Let's do this. Okay. This would be a natural formation.
Ye-
Yada yada, get the idea.
mhm.
What are we doing? Whoosh. So periodic table, yes?
Yeah.
So elements that are made up naturally as a natural byproduct. So we've got stars of different varying sizes and as to what they can do, the outcomes that they produce. So certain stars produce a certain outcome, another star, which is very different to another star and completely of different composition and makeup and everything else. So we've got the large ones, the small ones, we've got the ones with more planets around them, and we've got the ones with less planets, we've got the ones with big planets around them, we've got the ones with small planets versus big planets. All of this has an impact on what type of elements that you will find. And then galaxy to galaxy, again, I could really draw that as well. Might as well. Let's do it like this. That's great. Yada yada, you'll get the idea. And if you don't, never mind. Anyway, so many different variations of a galaxy as well. So we can also include that. This one would be known as an overall periodic table. Please turn over. Each one is going to identify with a periodic table per galaxy. Because again, what's happening in that one is not cooking up in this one versus that one versus this one. So when we understand the periodic table, it is huge. That is natural formation, and it will reach a point A to point B. So its variations is only going to reach a certain point, and then it is going to drop off to the black hole and a star. timeline is variable. Sometimes it's a little bit more longer. If we understand it from human understanding of time, what is time? Time is from here to here, be here. This result happens at this time. This action is supposed to be conducted at this time and therefore end at this time. The universe doesn't work on time, your watch, your clock. You've set a clock, set a calendar, and expect everything to run in that niche. As far as I'm concerned, it's absolutely barbaric that you'd even use calendars in such a manner. You're supposed to set the calendar to, which is really, it's a pain in the ass. You use it as a guideline and it's supposed to maneuver each time. Because some years, summer comes early and you have a longer summer. And sometimes it goes way beyond what your calendar would state. And you then end up experiencing what we call an Indian summer, or we'll have a long summer. No. This summer ratio was for that period of time. And because it doesn't fit neatly into your calendar, you then start creating problems that aren't otherwise there. Oh no, it's really hot. Wonder what's causing this? Well, because you've set a calendar and you expect to cram a whole season into a calendar. The best calendar that you will ever use is one that's based on plant-based. Why? Well, because when daffodils are very different each time of the year, all of these are very different. Ladybirds also predict long-term weather, so these things are absolutely phenomenal. But so does nature. It's long-term prediction of what's going to happen versus this versus that. It clearly has an intimate knowledge. So daffodils from year to year are variations at different times. And that's because they have to get out and open before the canopy opens above. So you would understand that usually they might be at this time, but no, they're slightly earlier. No, this one's slightly waking up a little bit more this. I don't know, we base it sometimes on animals, which is it's incredibly crazy to me to understand that, but there you are. And when things don't formulate our control spectrum of time, that's when we then begin to, oh no, there must be something wrong. So the universe, in the same understanding that, yes, okay, sometimes it may end here on the timeline, sometimes it may end a little bit further, but by and large, its envelope can be either or within this ratio here. So sometimes it elapses and sometimes it doesn't. What is the universe's optimal function? Well, is it possible that life forms can stretch the ratio of how long the universe can last for? Which is yes, you can. Humans, intelligence, not humans, I should say intelligent life can stretch, and they can also hinder it to make it end a little bit more sooner. Mm-hmm. Now, whether that's called an end or not, because it's a cycle. Mm-hmm. So you can cause a reset. Mm-hmm. And yes, it could even reset here. Oh. Mm-hmm. So again, because it doesn't fit into a clock time calendar, we often then start questioning whether there's a mistake happening. No. So we understand this with summer and winter. There are variations in it. Sometimes it lingers on a lot longer and we don't say, oh no, we're having an Arctic winter this year, aren't we? We have an Indian summer, but we don't have a long winter. It's an interesting thing to me. That's very interesting. So, by and large, it does what it needs to do, and it's hard to imagine because you'd have to have a calendar that's stretched per season here versus this versus that. Mm-hmm. Anyway, never mind that. So, when it's all functioning naturally, as mm-hmm. it is, mm-hmm. this one's going to be increasing what it can diffuse on its natural process, natural, nice. And then those are going to be the elements, basically. Yeah. We'll call those the L's. Let's just give them L's. And then stars, whatever they're able to create. So it's probably easier to do this, keep growing the spectrum, as opposed to sitting here and narrowing it down to just one. You know, we often compare the universe with a lab. which again is something again that's really incredibly weird. So what can't be mimicked in a lab and what is done in a lab versus doing a periodic table is the gospel for the universe. I mean, it's a good effort, but there's no way on this earth with that limited amount of fuel, resources, and everything else that you are going to be able to create a universe in a lab. Good luck with that. So it's a good effort, don't get me wrong, but again, I would fit this into what humans can create. What else can humans create? Well, pretty much, do nests naturally form on the planet?
Nest?
Nests.
What nests?
A bird's nest, does it naturally form on the planet?
No, unless you have birds.
Okay, so birds are utilizing this to make a structure that is unusually seen, yes?
Yeah.
Interesting. Humans are in a lab and they're able to create certain X, Y, Zs in a lab. Plastic.
Yeah.
Is plastic naturally forming?
No.
Okay, so again, that's intelligent life forms periodic table, yes?
Yeah.
You won't find it naturally. Well, it's unlikely that you're going to find that naturally, and that belongs to your periodic table.
Mm-hmm.
And again, timeline. Variation is on your timeline.
Mm-hmm.
Planets. Okay, so do stars create life? You often believe that, don't you, that stars make life, yes? It's not, it's planets.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You can't cook up life on a star.
I don't know about that.
The most extremophiles that you could ever conjure up don't come from stars.
No.
So we understand that then the planets have a certain periodic table of what they're able to cook up, what they're able to support, what they do to the elements. Oil. Oil that you use to put in a car.
Yeah.
Or fuel, petroleum, whatever you want to call it. Did a star make that?
No. It's on planet.
It's an interesting thing. It comes on the planet, yes?
Yeah.
So what made that? Well, life did, didn't it?
Yeah.
So now we have a bridged periodic table. So we'll put this one in the middle. It needs to be a shared endeavor.
Mm-hmm.
So life and planet and star allowed for the creation of oil, yes?
Yeah. Yeah.
A lot of death. Life. What about alcohol? I know that they've said that there are some massive alcohol clouds out there somewhere. That's an interesting thing to me.
Mm-hmm.
I would be looking at that for where the hell is the life? So would you think that comes from life?
Yeah.
Planet
And sun.
and star?
Star. Yeah.
No, I don't believe that everything is cooked up from a star. Because then if it is, I'd have to say everything is then created by a black hole. Which then, conundrum that it's black hole and star together. Because neither one can create the other without the other. Isn't that interesting?
Yeah.
And that's a hell of a crossover, isn't it? That's because without either of these, well, would any of this be possible? That's a weird thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
And then we often look at the universe as it's really hard to get your head around it, isn't it? That a black hole the size of the universe could even possibly exist. That's interesting, isn't it?
Yeah.
So we see all of these weird and wonderful things. So what else can humans do with metal? Well, you can cook it up in weird ways, yeah?
Yeah. Combine it.
Here's standardized gold. There you are.
Yeah.
So you're changing it again.
Yeah.
Coal.
Yeah.
There must be a coal fucking planet out there somewhere, right? I'm surprised I don't see coal on the periodic table anywhere. And then if coal is a byproduct of burnt wood, you mean to tell me that stars can make diamonds? What? Where did it get the fucking coal from?
Carbon?
I must have somehow made a tree inside it then, yeah? Something a little bit wrong with this periodic table somewhere, isn't it? A diamond star. Well, it was made by coal, was it? Compressing coal. Conundrum is, something's wrong with that whole segment of what we're being educated in. That's a big issue. But there again, usually science doesn't mind being wrong because then it means for more. Yeah, okay. It takes an incredible amount of pressure to make diamonds. Scientists claim they found a diamond star somewhere. I'd love to see the tree that made that. Then that poses another question entirely that, where's life then? You mean to tell me that there is life after all then? Well, no. Well, we don't know. Well, you don't know, okay. And you tell me that there's a diamond star. Yes, there's definitely a diamond star. You mean to tell me it's wood, compressed coal, equals charcoal, compressed, makes a diamond? Yes. And there's a diamond star that was created how?
And how is it star?
Interesting. Very interesting. So it must have been a planet pretty damn rich in nature then. And then it must have caught fire somehow, charred out. Which then indicates that there is life then. Or that's a load of bullshit. You decide. You decide. Periodic table was the creation of humans. Planets, nothing stops. By the way, we seem to think that planets are time capsules. They're not. You know, processes are still happening that would otherwise not happen inside a star. But again, it's easier just to write a periodic table and then go, that'll do. Should we keep it like it? Yeah, we kind of like the furniture in this position. Crazy, right?
Isn't it why they left the middle sort of empty so they can fill it in?
How do you mean?
The periodic table is not perfect rectangle. Maybe it is. I don't remember now.
Whether those elements are anything that are or are not, you notice throughout the whole of history, especially with this civilization that's risen up now, it also often claims to know everything. Absolutely everything.
Yeah.
Which is dangerous, by the way. This leads to extinction. And they don't categorize anything correctly. It's all lumped together and it's a mess. No, it needs to be categorized. But look at this already. If I was to sit here and write this whole thing out, I don't think we'd run out of space on here because you'll understand it. One star has its own periodic table versus another star. Yes, if you find another star similar to this star, the problem is it's the timeline of that star. Did this star last a little bit longer? That's the question, right? And therefore, its periodic table is going to be slightly different to your star of equal. This one lasted 50 years. The next one lasted 55 years. Those cooking pots are going to be a lot different because they're heat variable. It's like overcooking a cake. You give it too much heat, too much pressure for too long, and what happens? You burn it. Therefore, you've changed it into another form, charcoal, you could say. But come from life, nonetheless. Hence why things turn into charcoal. It's interesting. So from one star, each star needs its own periodic table. Okay, now you're understanding that this gets a little bit. I talk about grains of sand on a beach. Yeah, I would take grains of sand, but I am comparing it to the amount of stars in the sky, and we still wouldn't have enough grains of sand. No, I'm looking at that as periodic table. Each grain of sand is a periodic table. Each planet is a periodic table. How are we ever going to find two identical planets? Two identical, exactly the same. Seems nigh on impossible, doesn't it?
No, that's impossible.
Occupying the same space and time. No, it's star variation, but we often miss that out, that the stars don't create anything. The other planets orbiting around are not doing anything. It is not finished. You are still in a progression. While on a planet, you are still in the progression until these planets end or are transformed into a star, or be this, and this. And even if this planet was to turn into a star, which I believe it can be done, depends on how much you bring into it.
Yeah.
All of that first cooking process. And then we look at Mars. And then we look at Jupiter. We'll say we keep adding all of the mass onto, what is there, 8 planets, or we'll say 9?
Is it 8?
I'm going 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Xander, whatever. Yeah, we'll go 10. Each one of these can become a star, yes?
Yeah.
Every single one of these can become a star. Under the right conditions. How would we make a star like that? Well, depends how much junk it gets from this star exploding. Which is going to explode. It's going to puff off its outer atmosphere. It's going to puff up, red giant. And it's going to give this to all of these. Now, some are more likely to become stars than others, but even still, is this composition completely different to this composition? We've got trace elements on Earth that are abundant on Venus.
Yeah.
That's a different cooking pot all entirely there, isn't it? That already shows you that it's got, even in your own solar system, you have different composition in each of them. Each of them have different composition.
Yeah. Just by the look you can tell.
Now imagine all of these, you're able to convert these into stars. What does the outcome look like at the end of that? With all that different composition, that's a variety of different stars there, and none of them are identical to the other. None. There's no identical twins. Well, what about this one and this one? They're not identical. There's no way those two are identical. You don't get identical. But this star over there is like this one over here. Has its time. Is its time the same? No. Oh, then it's not identical.
It's just like.
Is its pressure around the stars around? They're influencing it, but you can't see it.
Yeah.
Some are subject to more darkness around. Well, if you're near more mass, then you're less darkness, therefore subject to more mass. More mass, although from far away, meaning more sunlight, starlight. That is still coming into your planet. They say massless. Yeah, I don't know about that. It's got to be leaving something residual behind. And plants don't operate on massless process. And then for solar panels to operate, for one to be there and smack out the other. If that was truly massless, what's it smacking then? And therefore it shows that the solar panel is holding on to something. So solar panel, before exposed to any light, under a nanospectrum, a nano weight, should show its light. Out in the sun, there must be weight being added to that, although it's minimal. At the moment, we can't measure it. So until our instruments get more and more sensitive, are we then understanding what that pressure is? And then we look at solar sails. What is that then? Something is hitting it. You mean to tell me if I throw nothing at nothing, it will cause it to move?
No.
No, can't let that settle in. I believe, yes, whatever is being covered, yes, the main percentage of it, 90%, 80% of it, yeah, perhaps is what appears to be nothing due to our receptors and our eyes and our brain saying, nope, you can't see this stuff. Whatever that object is, it's like saying magnetism is massless. That's an interesting thing as well.
Yeah.
But its outer shell contains something, yet can't be measured, can't be weighed just yet. But even still, if you took a massive sail and connected scales to it instead, and had that light hit it, those scales are going to alter. More sensitive? Okay, now we're starting to get more data. Okay, now this is looking... And until you find out where those scales end, nanospectrum, well, it's easy to weigh something that is of certain heaviness, isn't it? For a long time, you sit in this bracket here, yes? And then an instrument comes about that then tells you that there's more. There's more to be measured here. Whereas you were in this window here to begin with. And then beyond that, there is more. And what happens the more that this goes on, and it goes on the other way as well? We know this. What happens if you take a set of scales then, and you take the house scales inside your house, and you jack up a car, and under the car tire, you then let down the car from the jack onto those scales. What happens to those scales? They reach maximum capacity and can read no more. Oh, well, that means then if these scales are at max capacity at 22 stone, for argument's sake, that means that car is only 22 stone. Is that true?
No.
No, it's because it is at maximum capacity. It can't read anymore, so you have to extend the scales, right? In order to get an accurate weight. And the only way to do it is to go beyond it and know that the scales are capable of this over here. But when you put the car down onto it, it maxes out here. You know that it's still got more to go. Therefore, is that now giving you an accurate weight? Yes, it is in this regard. But if it was on the home scales that maxed out at 22 stone, but there was nothing unknown, but it was reaching up to here, you need to build a bigger instrument of measuring that you know could max out up to here. But the car on these scales max out here. So you found its weight ratio. The same works in the opposite end of the spectrum. So what appears to be massless, I think will eventually come proven in time, in the release of this suppression crap that we live in. You're going to start to understand that there is mass. But again, that means that certain things have been wrong. But there's two ways to look at that. A, is it wrong and no one knows about it? There wouldn't be any suppression. Or B, is it wrong deliberately so that you can trick all of your enemies? You should think about that for a second, because, you know, again, this whole bullshit melts the world down because you're not privy to this information. So if you then understand that the speed of light is the fastest thing, guess what you're never going to look for?
Anything faster.
Anything faster. Don't mean that it's true. It could mean that it's true for you, but I'm not going to tell anybody else about any of this. Why not? Limited mind. While I leave you with this, I'm getting on with figuring out the fastest thing and finding out a way of how to utilize it, of how to use it.
Mhm.
That's called getting ahead.
Yeah.
I'll show you how all not to do it while we get on with the stuff of how to do it.
Mhm.
This is modern religion. Pay attention to it, because that's exactly what this is. And that's where you got to be really careful. And then what's the best way to claim that what people are talking about is bullshit? Oh, it's the greatest trick in the book. It's ridicule, house arrest, assassination.
Mhm.
It's how you dominate the world in information,
Yeah.
in scientific breakthroughs.
Mhm.
How can you break through when you've been given limited information as gospel?
Yeah. You can.
No, you can't.
No.
And then who are you dependent on? Of, oh my God, I've never seen anything go that fast before. How the hell are you doing it?
Hmm.
Because you've been given the wrong ingredients. Well, it makes you a cake, but it's not the cake you're after.
Hmm.
The cake of life. So if we believe, and we get into this belief, and again, it is a belief that there's nothing on the nanospectrum and beyond the nanospectrum.
Hmm.
You see, it should always be given in two versions of it. For now, we believe that it's massless.
Mhm.
However, history has proved time and time again that information can be wrong,
Yeah.
and we have to keep an open mind.
Mhm.
But for now, this is accepted until something else comes through. Because if not, you're going to believe that it's massless, and then what's everybody not going to do? Well, they're going to accept that that's the gospel.
Yeah.
What are they not going to do? They're not going to test it.
Not gonna look for a
They're not
way
even
to
gonna
find
look for it.
out.
What's the point? We already know.
Mm. Yeah.
And then we apply it into our education system. And that's the next dangerous bit, that everyone else has grabbed this and thinks, no one will lie to us. Are you kidding me? And then you put it in your textbooks for school and children
Mhm.
as fact.
Mhm.
As opposed to hesitation.
Yeah.
Err on caution, we believe.
Mhm.
Everything inside this book can be proven obsolete
Yeah.
when new information comes in.
Mhm.
This is one step, but there's possibilities that there are more in multiple directions.
Mhm.
Doesn't mean that this stuff is worth the bin. No, because it becomes a part of the journey. That this is what was once understood. Volume 1.
Yeah.
See, now you're making a new Bible, and you don't even realize it,
Mhm.
but it is. And science and religion, unfortunately, you're both exactly the same.
Yeah.
You operate in the same way.
Mhm.
It's a modernized, what do you call it? It's a modernized Bible.
Yeah.
It's what it is.
Yeah.
Especially when it gets on a belief that they want to believe so much,
Mhm.
and don't shift upon it.
Mhm.
And then you're not allowed to question the belief. Well, it reminds me of something, this. And then it's basically saying, don't go check for that. We already checked it with our limited tools. And whether that's Einstein or whoever else, because I don't think he was the only one that stated this. There's been many that have stated this over the ions. It stops you. There you are. Stop there. Full stop.
Mhm.
And then, what's the heaviest thing?
What is it?
Well, it's a spectrum. Everything is spectrum based.
Mhm.
Periodic table.
Mhm.
Are there not elements that humans can cook up? Intelligent life can cook up?
Yeah.
That are abnormal to what is known natural, with variations from here to here.
Yeah.
Then there is the unnatural.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, by the way, that journey keeps on going.
Yeah.
Because if you go past the cycling and then start back here, well, you then have more of a timeline.
Yeah.
And then if you don't end, let's say, and you are a continuation, a bit like the universe really, a continuation within the cycle, CC.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
A continuation in the cycle, yes?
Yeah.
Then until your journey ends, when does it end?
Yeah.
What do you learn? What can you cook up? That's the, how much of these stars can you begin cataloguing? For real, periodic table to all known elements.
Mm-hmm.
That's an incredible database. Let's hope that humans have found a better way of storing all of this information as opposed to silicon.
Yeah.
Silicon's a good step in the right direction, don't get me wrong, but there's beyond it.
Mm-hmm.
But again, if we limit ourselves to it is the best ever and there will be nothing else better.
Yeah.
Whoops. Once again, what are we doing? Well, you might as well full stop it then.
Yeah.
Rather than, at the moment, this is. Is there anything beyond it? Yes. Again, if we move over to a new belief system, which again is another religion, that AI is the best ever, there will be nothing else beat it. Will the architects of this hold on to it?
Yeah.
Will they allow you to, will they start shadow banning people that start making discoveries of a new type of understanding and intelligence that is far beyond anything? Will they then begin to stop it?
Yeah.
Will humans then stagnate once again?
Yeah.
Reach back into this belief system?
Create new boundary.
And then you got to start convincing people to follow this.
Yeah.
By force, by suppression.
Yeah.
You see, I've noticed this in this world. Everyone wants me to believe one thing. Will never happen, so stop trying. Believe in one thing. Why?
I don't know.
The mind is diverse. It isn't limited. You got to believe in this religion over here. No, I believe in all of them. Oh, and by the way, I also believe in science. Oh, and I do believe in AI, but I also believe that there are things undiscovered as well.
Yeah. Yeah.
I also believe that governments can do real shit things, and I believe that they can also do real good things.
Mm-hmm.
It's a two-faced belief, isn't it?
Yeah.
They want you to narrow on one. No, because that causes control, doesn't it? That causes stagnation. To be a multicultural being, to be a multicultural believer. All cultures are significant. Again, a belief that goes everywhere, yes? That all nations are capable and the people within the nations are capable of achieving greatness.
Yeah.
That's something.
Mm-hmm.
As opposed to believing that just your nation, in your town, around your house. No. It's fucking bollocks, that is. See, and another belief which works really well is if you get into a certain building.
Yeah.
Those buildings are what generate these. No. Not true. Throughout the whole of history, not true. Shit, me, Galileo wasn't going to one of these places. Da Vinci? Absolutely. Van Gogh? Yeah. Oh, yes, absolutely. In all of these wonderful places, yeah. believing in many different things is very healthy. I will not stay shut inside. A matrix is the way, isn't it? That is what it is a matrix, is a belief matrix.
Okay.
Matrix is a cage.
Mm-hmm.
That's why they want you to believe with one thing, just one thing. No. Because if I believe in one thing, but then you're not loyal, then I'm fucking not then. I'd rather be not loyal than loyal so that then I blindly protect this even when I know it's wrong. No.
Mm-hmm.
Because that won't ever create change, will it? Evolving. So, the best thing for humans to ever freaking do is to believe in everything, in any possibility.
Mm-hmm.
For me, I draw the line when it comes to Satan.
Yeah.
That there is a being out there somewhere that's guiding all these humans to do very bad things. No. No, no, no. Life forms are the ones that end up this or the other. So I would label that as a type of behavior, as opposed to something outside of us.
Mm-hmm.
No, no, no. That's something within us. So each star, each periodic table, each star being very unique to the other.
Mm-hmm.
And again, let's say if we were able to resurrect Einstein, for example, and then fill him up with all of the stuff that's been learnt since he was last here, what do you think he would say? You think he'd hold on to his beliefs?
No, he would use it.
He'd update it and go again. But that's then saying that he has more time to do so, right? But your life expectancy from X, Y, and Z. And then you've got people that want to play these immature little stupid games, right? Of trying to suppress you and cause problems in... Oh my... Really? You guys are idiots. Because they understand something that you have an expectancy and an optimal operating process. And they like complacency. You might as well just call them complacent. While claiming you're complacent. It's an interesting sort of scenario. So they try and cause pitfalls along your journey to try and make you fall down. Because they are staring at the truth. Well, there you are. I'm sure some demon belief system you've got somewhere will come and scoop you up. And then these individuals understand hierarchy. Oh, that's fucking interesting. I don't know whether you last noticed this, but if you tried to become a king in a nation with a king operating in it, will the king let you become a king?
No.
So Satan will allow you to become satanic then? Oh, fucking hell, alright. Now they're all staging you, Satan. Get your ass in there and show them who's fucking... I mean, just want to process that really quickly, you know? I mean, that's the type of thought logic. It's like, wait, what?
Yeah, not only king, but all the people around him that are not as high will not likely let you be replaced.
I'm a king. I'm this. I'm. Oh fuck! That person over there's making me look bad. Deal with that, will you, for me? Oh, of course it will. Overall, not really having a nitpick at kings, but you know.
That's a good example for this.
You start making a better council or a better housing association or a better water company that doesn't send you an awful lot of calcium through you.
Yeah. Where the water is worth the money.
Well, you're paying for it to be calcinated, aren't you? So that you can then what? Calcify your brain? Again, another belief system. Can really... Oh, my days!
And fluoride yourself.
Oh. For what reason?
Maybe you'll get preserved when you die, Who knows?
Because they're telling you, without any certain words, that their product is shit. Toxic. And that people will be able to taste the difference, feel the difference, and know the difference. And then when they go back to that, oh, that's disgusting. I can't believe I was drinking that all this time. I know, because this is what quality tastes like. And the difference with this one, it's going to guarantee to evolve with better technologies. Therefore, better cleanliness. And better cleanliness is going to taste good. What's this water used for? Ah, you might as well just flush it down the toilet, that stuff.
That's what it should be
This
used
other
for.
water that you are drinking, this new version of it, you can piss this into a river and it will go on to support any animals. That's an interesting thing, isn't it? Purify you, and also go on to purify the lands around. I mean, therefore the ocean as well. Interesting. Have you seen how much the sea is bleaching things and the coral reef is bleaching, says the humans that put lots of what in water again?
Anything, any dirty stuff.
Weird.
Yeah.
Really, really strange. Really.
And then
really
it's
strange.
temperature instead of their chemicals. Or something like that, isn't it?
Yeah, I gotta say it's something else. Anyway, so periodic tables, yes, multiple array for stars.
Yeah.
And that's the issue with reality, isn't it? If everything was known on this planet, then why can't you go into space? Why can't you start bringing things back? And then that poses another problem, right? What happens if it's just gentry that go into space? What are they going to limit from you?
Anything?
Well,
I
it
don't know.
argues their periodic table in their textbook that they've taught everyone. So what happens if they start mining another planet and all of these unknown elements start to come in? Well, you're not going to know about it. They're not going to tell you about it.
Yeah.
They'll just let you have access to these ones. The ones that you know about. The ones that we know that you can operate with, and whilst we begin working out these, we'll get a head start because we'll be able to play around with these because they've had longer time with these whilst you've been playing with these, and by the time you come to these, knowing that these elements exist, you won't have a freaking clue, and you'll have to start from scratch. By then, they're getting a head start on you, and then, but always they remain complacent, and then you end up, and therefore it then becomes one big waste of time.
Yeah.
It looks like a Bible to me, this.
It's about a head
Looks like a
start,
Bible to
isn't
you?
it? Yeah.
Looks like a new belief system.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly like that.
It's a modern day Bible, that is. And all while they're playing this, you think intelligent life forms are way beyond this and understand the opposite to this. That's what a true awakening is supposed to do. It's supposed to trigger it. So you want to level up as a group as opposed to, and you just want to be a small group versus the masses. You love Snowman. So that you lot pick and choose what gets done. And really, the only people you're really limiting are yourselves. As opposed to leveling up everybody. And we talk about leveling up. Can you actually level up? You think that one nation anywhere on this planet starts bringing in resources and treats their people like they are kin, all of them. no gentry, no title, no bullshit. Oh, you'd still keep these, but by and large, we are learning together. We will hide nothing from you. We will be transparent, JFK, again. Because the more of you there are,
Yeah.
the more faster
Hmm?
we beat this.
Yeah. Yeah.
Throughout the whole of history, over and over again, what's the one thing you've noticed happen?
Mm-hmm.
It begins to peak up and it drops off. And then it begins to peak up and it drops off. How slow do you think that is? For humanity, this should be well in the past. No lessons have been learned. We've gone from one religious faith to another,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
with the same outcomes happening,
Yeah.
and both claim to be different from one another. One had it taken away because of that operation,
Mm-hmm.
but yet, then that means that would these ones be more wiser to learn from their mistakes? Because these ones are very new and seem to be repeating history again, right?
Yeah.
These ones lost something for a season, a few millennia, which usually brings insight. Actually, yeah. Where did we go wrong? Probably doing this. How can we adjust that? These are quality questions to ask. How can we make this better? How can we learn not to do that again?
Mm-hmm.
It's not about being above the people. It's about being with the people.
Yeah.
With them, shoulder to fucking shoulder.
Mm-hmm.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
Caring about the ones that voted for you and the ones that didn't. As opposed to, well, you get a say, but you lot don't. Why not? Well, you didn't vote for me. Look, see, it says it here. That becomes a strong nation, wouldn't you say so?
Yeah.
The ones where they're all together.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Then there's more of you.
Mm-hmm.
So many more of you learning this. Then what happens? Well, you are making advancements. The rest of the world can do what the rest of the world wants to do in that aspect.
Yeah.
Block it all out, limit us, shadow ban us.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Because it moves on, it evolves further. This is standard. Anyway, I gotta wipe this down. Do you want to pause this for now, just whilst I do that?
Okay.
Yeah.